This is Lana, my 16-year-old niece, making her very first sales call.
Hi, it's Lana calling from King Kong. How are you doing today?
Can you please take me up this list? I have no clue what you're talking about.
She's not a sales savage, doesn't have years of experience, but wants to become a millionaire. So over the next 2 weeks, I'll be using my experience in generating over $7.8 billion in sales to forge her into a selling machine by using 8 of the most powerful sales tactics I know.
I want you to book this woman in no matter what.
Rather than you trying to implement all this by yourself. How does that sound?
So I recently got a call from my cousin who was like, it's time. I'm going to be sending my daughter to learn sales from you. I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. Everything. There's just absolutely no experience in sales. And she's going to be calling people and asking them for money.
And her first test is mastering the sales script.
Hi, Sabri.
Hi.
It's Lana calling from King Kong. I noticed you purchased a copy of Sabri's book, Sell Like Crazy, the red book with white writing on it about growing your business.
This was the very first time that I actually sat down with Lana and started to go through the script and role play. But it was at this moment when I thought, have I bitten off more than I can chew?
Are you still looking for ways to get more?
Say that again.
Are you still?
Say it again.
Are you still looking for ways to get more customers?
When you take somebody that's never sold anything, never made a cold call, and when we started role playing and going through the script, she's not super confident. She has a stutter. And I was like, how much of this am I gonna actually be able to overcome in the next 2 weeks that I have with her? Do I really think that I can get her to a place where she's not just making calls, but she's actually being effective?
And so the most important part of the whole call is the opener. I'm not throwing any curveballs at you, but this is what people are going to say.
Lana from where? Who? What are you calling about? What do you want?
And then you're going to be immediately on the back foot.
Yeah.
So I start to immediately sprinkle little instances of what people are gonna say to her on the phone.
You sound very young, Lana. How old are you?
I'm 16, but I'm Sabri's niece, and I've. Is that what I should say?
That's exactly what you should say. Yeah, I'm actually 16. I'm Sabri's niece. This is my first job in sales. We use any advantage that we can get. People, when they get started in sales, especially because you're so young, you think that you need to act a certain way and you need to act like you're being really professional.
Yeah.
These are just random people on the other end of the line. So when they ask you how you're doing or anything like that, it's just like I introduce you to someone at the house and they're like, how are you? You're not going to be like, what do I say? You're going to be like, yeah, I'm doing good. It's great. It's freezing cold in Melbourne, whatever it might be. It's the same thing in here.
You do not want to sound like a salesperson because the prospect can smell the commission breath through the telephone. All you should be thinking about is, how do I really diagnose whether or not this person has a need? And the prospect really feels like you're there to serve them and not to sell them. And that is everything in sales.
So what do you sell exactly?
I sell dogs yoga classes.
That's very cool. And how long have you been in business for?
When they say something like that, it's good that you said that's very cool. That's a little moment where you can say, I love dogs. It's a good opportunity for you to connect with them. Exactly. There is like zero pressure in that environment.
And I'm not saying that you want to spend 20, 30 minutes talking about, oh, you've got kids, how old are they? No. I'm just talking about spending 2 to 3 minutes to show them that you are a human, because never forget that a sales call is a threatening and hostile environment.
I love dogs. Wait, but do dogs like actually do yoga?
Yes, we have dogs of all different breeds. They come in and they do the full vinyasa yoga session.
That's so cool. And how long have you been in business?
Very. See how it sounds much more natural? Yeah.
So you want to use any little opportunity to disarm the prospect and let them know that this is a safe place. You are a human, you have a genuine interest in them, and then away you go. And that's step number 1. Sound like a human. Lana is starting to get to know the script, but what she doesn't know is that she'll be going head to head with one of my top sales pros to see if she's really got what it takes. So if you want to follow every single twist in this battle and learn the exact same sales skills that I'll be teaching Lana, hit the subscribe button now so you don't miss a thing. But before I can throw Lana in the deep end, I'll be giving her the secret to making her prospects actually want to listen.
So we want to be less robotic. Based off that, it sounds like you're going to get a lot of value out of this.
Yeah.
Like we're moving in the right direction. This sounds like it's going to be a perfect fit for you.
Yeah.
Most people obsess over exactly what to say, but they spend very little time in listening to their own sales call. Do they upward inflect and sound like somebody that's seeking recognition or approval? Or do they downward inflect and speak with authority? It's all done with your tonality, with your phone presence, and the way that you communicate whatever it is that you're saying, which is step number 2, tonality over script. This was the first day. We'd set her up, and then after you do the role play, this is where the rubber meets the road, and it was time for her to jump on the phones.
This is my niece, and if she books more appointments than any of you, she gets all of your commission. All right, so I'm gonna start whispering on the call to you. So you need to see if you can listen to me and still talk to them.
Her job is simple. Book strategy sessions with my team so we can grow businesses. But simple doesn't mean easy. Every no feels like a punch in the gut.
Hi, it's Lana calling from King Kong. How are you doing today?
Can you please take me up this list? I have no clue what you're talking about.
Sure.
Thanks.
This is a part of the game. It's just so much volume to get to the outcome that you want. People think that it's glorious, that you're just speaking to people with credit cards. But in the reality, this is what it looks like. You are in the trenches, hundreds of phone calls to get a few connects, to book a few appointments, to make a few sales.
You're on our registry as a customer. It's the big red book, essentially all about getting more customers and clients. Well, I'm Sabrice, and he's personally asked me to just give you a quick call because you're already a customer of ours, and you've left a couple of the free gifts that come with the book unclaimed.
Yeah, I'm not interested, mate. Thank you.
Okay, so then what is it? Okay, thank you.
If he says, no, I'm not, we're jumping off the call. Say,
Okay.
absolutely no problem then. I hope you enjoy the book. Do reach out if anything changes and then
Yeah.
just get off the call.
After a few rounds on the phone, Lana starts to flow. Her voice loosens up. And suddenly, she's dangerously close to landing her first appointment.
Are you still looking for ways to get more customers?
Oh, not really. Our business is going very well.
Let me just tell you how it works. We'll go through your goals, spy on your competitors, rather than you trying to implement all this by yourself, but only if you're interested. How does that sound?
Again, it's completely free of charge.
But also, it's completely free of charge.
Oh, okay.
And I can even just book you in right now, but I've just got a few quick questions to ask you before we do so.
Yeah.
Monday at around maybe
Book him
10
in.
a.m. I'm in Melbourne. Where exactly are you?
Brisbane?
Sounds good. I'll talk to you then.
Okay, thanks.
Boom. See? We turned her around.
Yeah.
She thought she was getting away, but no. Lana's the only one's making calls right now. Costas is playing video games over here. Snake.
So after being on the telephones, Lana booked 2 appointments in her first day. We listened to her sales calls and really identified the points of the call that she was losing people. We just hammered those things over and over again with her to beat them out of her and beat them out of the script. Lana must have caught the sales bug because the following day, she came into the office on a mission and absolutely murdered the phones. Not only did Lana book lots of appointments, she broke the company record for the total number of appointments booked. She booked 9 appointments.
Everyone was questioning, oh, like, you know, she's not sounding right. You know, we're grizzled salespeople. We've got the experience to do this. This is a 16-year-old with Subi blood pumping in her veins, and we have some stakes. One of my sales guys, he messaged me offline and was like, hey, I've been thinking about this, and if Lana beats me, I will actually wear a costume of her choosing for an entire day. How many appointments did you book yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yeah. One. The tally is 1 and 9. All right.
We've got a couple days, eh?
So I'm feeling confident, but anything can happen today. Let's see how we go.
With stakes on the line, I needed to dial in Lana's approach. I had to get her to master one of the most important tactics of all. Most salespeople, when they're on a sales call, they get an objection and they freak out. But real pros, real people that understand this, right? They close over those objections with certainty. And the prospects, they are pros also. They throw you red herrings, they throw you objections, and they want to see how you react to those things. And the lesson is that you don't want to retreat when you get an objection. You want to double down.
I'm not very good, Lana. I never received the book that I paid for.
Well, that's such a shame, but what I can do for you, I've got a PDF copy over here, and I can send that over to your email right now, and if you want, I can contact our team and see where it is or what exactly happened just to get you your money back or any sort of thing that can help.
She's good. She's got it on lock.
It's not so much about selling things to people that aren't a great fit. That is a horrible way to run a business. But it doesn't matter, even if you are trying to sell people of something that is genuinely a great fit, they still have all of these stalls, these objections that come up. And your ability to move somebody to a decision is what makes a difference between you being a hack salesperson to you being a millionaire. Are you able to show them, hey, look, if we don't do something here, you don't get the transformation that it is that you're looking for. Because if you want to change, then you have to change, which is step number 3. Objections are simply a test of certainty. I kept throwing objections at Lana, but like a true sales savage, she just kept throwing them back.
You sound very young. Is Sudbury, is this slave labor? How is this legal for children to be working for Sudbury?
No, so I'm 16 and I'm Sudbury's niece and I've actually come to do an internship, but he's asked me to call you personally because you left a couple of the free gifts that come with the book Unclaimed. The first part is free training on how to get 5 to 50 plus new customers each month.
All right, it's good. You're good. You got to unlock.
While Lana did not have a lot of skills, she had such a deep conviction in the product and the solution that we were selling. She knew if they had a need and if they were looking for ways to get new customers, we had the solution to help them solve that problem. If you have a lot of belief in yourself, the person picks up on that. And when you're in a sales call, it is a battle of wills. Either the prospect closes you on all the reasons why this isn't the right time, it's too expensive, or it's not a right fit for them, or you convince them on the opposite. And it all comes down to conviction, which is step number 4. Conviction closes deals, not closing scripts. After dialing in her objection handling, it was now time for Lana to get back in the trenches. To crank the stakes, I tell her that for every single appointment that she books that shows up, I'll pay her $200.
I told her to watch The Wolf of Wall Street yesterday just to get her prepared.
Hi Ashley, it's Lana calling from King Kong. How are you doing today? It's the red book with white writing on it about growing your business.
Chocolate cookies. Chocolate cookies? Do you like chocolate cookies?
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
You passed the test. That's the chocolate cookie
Chocolate
test.
cookies.
So no problems, would you like it to take off?
Okay, no problem. But would you like your business to take off?
It's completely free and complimentary.
It's completely free and complimentary.
Go, do the rest of the script.
There's essentially 2 parts to the bonus. The first is that we have free training on how to get 5 to 50 plus new customers.
Just
And
a
the
few tweaks, we're back in the pocket. We were just about to be out, we're in. We're straight back in like Flynn. We're gonna book this call, watch us.
Even though that Lana is 16 years old and she's speaking to 55-year-old grizzled businessmen, they have bought this book because they have a problem. So when she gets on these calls and you can hear from this person that they're umming and ahhing whether or not it's going to be a good fit to do the appointment, she doesn't allow that to stop her. She controls the frame. It doesn't matter if they say how old are you? Are you 16? She understands that she is the one leading on this call. She is the one that has the solution to the problem that this person is experiencing.
All right, I want you to book this woman in no matter what. Let's go ahead and do this.
Essentially, it's free. It can't hurt. It won't do any damage to your business. And what I can do is book you in for sometime this week.
Keep going.
It's only a 15 to 30 minute call. That's a lot of value to even someone who hasn't started their own business yet.
Yeah. Okay then.
And it's that powerful frame that is the thing that gets you the outcome that you want. Because the moment that you follow their terms, then they are the one leading. And we are the ones that need to be leading, and we are the ones that need to be in control. Which is step number 5. Frame or be framed. Mark the veteran starts to feel the heat because no one expected a teenager with 0 sales experience to come swinging this hard.
Ral and Mark, how many appointments have you booked today?
I just started dialing.
All right, so 1.
Yeah, so far only 1.
You're in trouble. You're the one that said I can pick you an outfit. All right. So when it gets done, don't try to send me a sorrow story. Yeah, she is. She's a beast. Exactly. Do you hear that? Already coming up with excuses. Lana's good. What did you think? She's got Subi blood flowing through her veins. Of course she's good.
Sales is unquestionably the simplest way to become a millionaire. It is extremely simple, but not easy. And there are only 2 things that you can do in sales to make more money. It all comes down to your approach and your activity. And the thing that Lana did not question was her activity. Her approach is not going to be perfect, right? But what does she do? She jumps on the phone and makes 300 dials in her first day. It's a feedback loop like anything, right? If you're making lots of dials, you're making lots of mistakes, people are asking you lots of questions that you don't know the answers to, you're putting yourself in that situation more times. The person who has the most energy makes the most amount of money, which is step number 6. Action is the answer.
I said, what color dress should we get, Mark? She said, definitely a baby pink one.
Or something furry with polka dots.
Yes, I do like the sound.
The first yes that you get in a sales cycle is simply the spark. It is not the fire. It's all the touch points that you do beyond that point. And then how do you handle it when they inevitably don't show up for the second call? Or they do show up, but they still haven't made a decision. And then they start to ghost you and stop picking up your phone calls. You want to follow up on a prospect a bare minimum of at least 12 times.
12 times? Like, that's harassment. That's stalking people. What on earth would I say to somebody on each 12th follow-up?
That is the number one reason why people don't follow up, is that they simply don't know what to say, which is step number 7. The fortune is in the follow-up.
Even with all these tactics mastered, there's one last tactic that separates the average from the killers.
Is that number 4?
5.
5, let's go. That's right, you get in the phone smart. Immediately he's feeling the pressure. That's enough money made for the day. Lana's about to book another one.
Now, just a reminder to watch the 2 videos in the
This is how it's done. Another one, Lana. You are an animal, a wild animal. Seriously. Boom, that's another 2 appointments set. Let's go.
The biggest question that you should always ask yourself as a salesperson, as a founder, and just as an individual is, am I sold myself? If you're not sold on the solution that you've got, then how are you going to sell somebody else on that? If you're having sales meeting and you're going around the sales team and you're asking them, what's an objection that you're really struggling with right now? Whatever the salesperson is giving you as the number one objection that they're struggling with right now, it's because that's what they struggle with internally. They are not sold themselves on those things. If they think the price is too high, then the salesperson has never been in a position where they have spent their own money and invested in themselves. So therefore, when the prospect says, hey, that's a lot of money and I don't want to do it right now, they simply buy that. All you're doing is selling yourself on the excuses. It's 80% mindset and 20% mechanics. You want to spend a disproportionate amount of your time in managing your state and managing your mindset, because that's the thing in business and in life that's going to account for 80% of your success.
And that's step number 8. Sell yourself first. When she first walked in, Lana was shy, nervous, completely green. But call by call, something started to shift.
She just jumped on calls and just absolutely hammered down the telephones.
Her voice grew stronger, her delivery sharper, and for the first time, she started to see herself as a salesperson.
Just complete tenacity and just not cowering in the face of adversity.
Meanwhile, Mark isn't just rolling over. Every time she books a meeting, he slams another on the board. What started as a sales crash course has turned into an all-out war. Could a 16-year-old rookie really hang with a battle-tested pro? It all comes down to this final moment.
Mark, have your appointments today? No, for the week. 9. Give me your account. Go further. 19. Go get the bus to 9. Up to 250. Just for the record, this is not me. You said that you wanted to do this.
It was his choice.
The dress? You have to wear that the rest of the day.
Oh, let's go.
What are you putting it over the top for?
Yeah, why is it over the top?
I want to see those pins. Hey, well played.
Let's go. Oh my god. That looks so good on you.
If you liked this video, you are absolutely going to love this one on my full guide to learning sales. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Chocolate cookies. Do you like chocolate cookies?